think everyone in the room knows Tom. Maybe kind of, ups and downs with the students, with everything. And Tom consistency, if I can summarize it, will be very hardworking person. Doesn't matter how well or ill or whatever. Very focused, which is really, really good, and a message to every kind of, especially young people. But very scientific person as well. And scientific person will summarize anyone because it means that you are curious about everything. You don't care about the impact of anything. You care only about science. You care only about answering questions. And also you help anyone in science, regardless what will be the advantage of this or disadvantage. So I've been with Tom. He, of course, if I start, Tom was getting his PhD from Bradford, and he moved to Nottingham, then Oxford, Cambridge, before his first appointment in Edinburgh. Then he came to Southampton. At the time, I was doing my PhD, but Tom was professor. I didn't know him at the time. Then I went back to Egypt, came back to join his group as a visitor. And here, it doesn't matter how much, I didn't know anything about DNA. He doesn't make you feel that you know or you don't know. He just teach you, regardless your knowledge. Then, of course, we moved together to Oxford. And he started, the diagnostic using a Scorpion. This was very big after that. The Scorpion, there is no time for details, but there was company here which DXS, and this company being bought before. Then he have huge collaboration with LGC, with the high beacons, and he pioneered this field as well. He has lots of publication in this area. With high beacon as well, it became very simple test, which you can just have it in the surgery. You don't need to do lots of sophisticated, you don't need sophisticated machines or anything. And of course, the idea was simple because all you need to do is just to have the probe, which you have the fluorophore. When they are single strand, they quench each other. When they make duplex, you can see the intensity of the peak. Then I joined him in 2006. We started working in nanotechnology grant. In fact, it was, I think it was Marcus and Bent as well in the same grant. So this go back to nearly 20 years. And we had like collaboration with Sweden, and it was Italy, I think, and few European groups. And we managed to put this kind of TT linkage in, and we managed to make like mini plasmid, which was kind of for membrane protein studies. This as well kind of was, as I mentioned, between few countries, and this is always like Tom. He always collaborated with lots of people, and his nucleic acid expertise, of course, was the core of most of these grants. From this grant, in fact, I've been introduced first to DNA, but also to the neutral backbone, which Tom focused today on the therapeutic application. But we started it for nanotechnology, for just random kind of nucleic acid study. And we managed to kind of form the minimum you can get as a duplex. We cyclized it, we gained a lot of TM from it. And here he showed that you can really realize the hydrogen bond even in this very small duplex. We then moved to kind of the first biocompatible backbone. Tom didn't, of course, describe this today, but we went from very long like linker in all the nanotechnology application to shorten this. And I remember quite well, he was ill over Christmas one year, and his wife, Dorcas, came to me and she said, can you come with me to like our home to convince Tom to join the Christmas dinner? He was ill. And I agreed and I went. And I still remember until now, me trying to convince him, and he started to convince me, how can we start the PCR work in the linker? Then the deal was, I listen to your idea if you came to the dinner, and then we can continue over dinner, which happened. And this was the start of huge impact kind of work. How can this small kind of linkage can get read through by polymerases? We took this, we applied it to bacteria, to kind of human cells as well. And the whole idea was, if you can use click chemistry, which you can combine alkyne and azide, and then with this you form the triazole. Of course, this was the first attempt. It worked. We have lots of publication from this, but then we applied it to human cells, and it worked as well. We applied it for more, and with collaboration with people from Southampton as well. Tom, of course, I didn't have time. In fact, I have to admit, I made this slide this morning because I didn't know that I needed slides, but once I realized, I start to put things together. Of course, Tom as well has got huge impact in triplexes. I didn't have any slide here, but with collaboration with his folks and David Russell, who is around here as well, he made huge contribution in the triplex field. This is some of the publication he has using the neutral backbone. Now I'll move to kind of part of his social life. This is the group. We moved from Southampton to Oxford. I think his biggest fan is the DNA synthesizer. He always have a rule. He used to do the oligosynthesis when we were in Southampton, and he moved this to me because he believes that, you know, if he is going to give his like lovely job of doing DNA, it has to be someone who has to trust. Then this synthesizer came with us to Oxford. He's still there in Oxford, and it is kind of his toy, because every time, like, you know, he's not patient for the engineer to come, but he can fix it himself if he can. And as I said, it is like his baby. This is the group in Oxford. And one thing I need to say about Tom as well, I think it is good thing, but some people see it as we shouldn't treat weak students like similar. We shouldn't help them that much. But I think he believes that it is your responsibility if you choosing the weak student. So it is your responsibility. You have to help them until the end. So one thing about him, it doesn't matter good student or weak student, he still will be helping them as much. He doesn't like feel he's wasting his time or anything. He just helps them. Right. He used to have a habit when he has a house in Southampton. He has huge garden, and he always will invite the group for barbecue. So this was 2007 when we first started, or I first started in his group. He loves children, so I think this is his kind of, when he has a party, he just finds children just to play with them. This is his 55th birthday in Southampton. He doesn't like the fuss, but I think once he is in, he enjoys it. So he never like wanted to go for kind of these parties or anything, but as I said, he enjoys it. Once he's in, he enjoys it. He's a family man, I have to say that. It doesn't matter how busy he is, he always finds time for his family. He runs as well. So I don't know about now, but he used to run 10K and I think half marathon as well. Right. This was, I think, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, in the same college here in this kind of meeting, 2000, I think, 23. Right. So with this, I'll just maybe close the presentation, and I can ask maybe Andrew, Marcus, and David to say a few words, if you don't mind. Yeah? Okay. Yes, shall we do the video now or after? I don't know, it is currently. Yeah, we can do it first, yeah. was the last moment asking also for that. I think Tom kind of had huge number of collaborators, and part of it that really passionate about science. And even when we sometimes try to
share it back to them.
Even sometimes when we feel like it's too much and we should take a decision, I always try to convince him that collaboration is good, but I learned. I spent a few minutes trying to convince him collaboration is okay, but then after a few days, the first time I'm collaborating with us, you know, they can just do it. And so I learned after that not to try to convince him of anything. So he wants to reduce so we can focus more in our work, but then because he's proper scientist, as I mentioned before, he will just agree first in without it. And as I mentioned in the start, he never saw what will he gain from it. He only thinks what science will gain from it. So I think we have lessons from kind of very long time that time we need to help it together without thinking what are the benefits for them.
Dear Tom, it has been an absolute pleasure working with you for the past 19 years. I learned a lot working together and sharing the joys of science with you. You have always been inspirational, full of ideas and suggestions, and open to support and debate and work together with a positive, friendly, and can-do attitude. And you have been always ready to listen to our crazy ideas about modified nucleic acids. And also, I really enjoyed working with you, trying to sequence DNA at the single molecule level. And thanks to your help, this dream has now come true. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for working together for all these years, and I wish you the very best.
Hi, Tom. Congratulations on your lifetime achievement. I just wanted to say a few words. I've always found you to be an excellent scientist and, of course, a major entrepreneur in the area of nucleic acid chemistry. You've pushed the development of the chemistry in nucleic acids in both the synthetic arena and production of extremely high-quality products for both DNA and RNA, and with a wide variety of modified nucleotides which have been critical for functional analysis of how these things actually work. The nucleic acid companies you founded with Dorcas are widely known for the quality and purity of the products that have served the wider community extremely well. I should also like to say that you've been the perfect collaborator, both in terms of your enthusiasm and attention to detail. So I've worked with you for over 35 years on numerous aspects of nucleic acid structure and biochemistry. We published about 30 articles together. I always found you extremely generous with your time, and of course I enormously benefited from discussions with you about nucleic acid chemistry and their biological consequences. And finally, I'm very proud to call you both a friend as well as a colleague. And may your vegetable garden succeed as well as your research did. All the best, Andrew.
Tom has had a truly outstanding impact on nucleic acid chemistry and structure, including work that's been hugely influential in the development of the triplex field. His contributions to oligonucleotide synthesis and modification helped give many of us the tools and ideas to explore new ways of targeting and understanding nucleic acids. For me personally, it's no exaggeration to say that I owe my career to Tom. After spending several months camped outside Keith Fox's office asking for a PhD opportunity, it was Tom who provided the funding that allowed me to pursue it. I was probably one of the only few non-chemists to come out of his lab. I always appreciated his rigor, creativity, and calm encouragement. He created an environment where exciting ideas could really flourish, and working with him was truly formative. It's a real pleasure to celebrate his achievements and all he has contributed to the field of nucleic acids.
Dear Tom, congratulations with the Lifetime Award. Very well deserved indeed. It has been a great pleasure of mine being a colleague of yours within the nucleic acid field over the years. I have always admired your work, its quality and its broadness. I do find that we have some similarities. We have published about the same number of papers, we have a somewhat similar haircut, and we have both been involved also in commercial activities, and that with the help of our families. But also here you have indeed been very successful. Thank you very much also for the help that you have offered to me over the years. Congratulations and all the best for the future. Thank you.
Hello, Tom. Many congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award. It's been a great pleasure to collaborate with you over the years, and I can well remember the first time Sumit and I came to talk to you about CERS and oligonucleotides, how open and willing to collaborate you were, and the great contributions you made with your expertise throughout all that work. Thanks very much. I hope you have a great day.